and you have an option to keep a download. Okay, you're done with the dashboard and you just published your dashboard, and someone from the end user want to download the content, and we have different downloading options, but right now it is like download PDF. If you go to edit button, you do have these many options to download it into different versions, like cross tab, the complete data image is the complete entire image of the dashboard. You can download it to PDF or PowerPoint. So the same options will be present over here. You can say title of the button and you just select the PDF over here. That's why you can actually write anything over here. Click here to download, something like that. You can write whatever context you want to write. So download PDF, and you can give a border or a background, or you can just click on tooltip. If you click on OK, you can see here, you can click on the download PDF. This one will ask you, how do you want it to download? You wanted the entire workbook, that means the entire all the 3 sheets, or do you want to download the active sheet? Active sheet means whatever is highlighted, whatever you just clicked on, that sheet. So it will also ask you how you want to download it. It will also ask you to do the paper size like A2, A3, A4, etc. And it will ask you all the options, and it will show the source where do you want to save it. And if I click on save, okay, this one will take some time to save the content, and okay. And if you want to look at how it is going to look like, so this automatically opened up, and this is how what is there in your dashboard, and this is how it is looking like right now. But make sure that if you're using this, make sure that it won't occupy this much space, because whatever you download will come exactly like that. Exactly how you're presenting this one will also like talking about the formatting, right? We need to present it beautifully, right? So at the end of the day, we need to beautifully present it, and users should understand. So don't let them occupy to entire space. Keep it in some corner, or keep in some space where it is easily accessible, easily seen, but it should not occupy your entire space. And if you now click on the download PDF right now, your entire dashboard will be looking like this, like whatever you're seeing on the screen. So it won't occupy the entire space, right? So this is somewhere in the corner, and this is where you use the floating again, because you want to keep the object at one particular space, and you have some white space over there. So I'll just float my button over there, and I'll just keep it there. Users will go there and click on that to download the entire dashboard. So this option is available to download the content directly from the dashboard itself, and we also have options from the server to download the content. We have similar kind of options over there, 2 extra options coming up, but these download options are also available on the server. We will discuss more when we are talking about the server part and whenever we are working on the Tableau online. So last thing we have is second last thing we have is a web extension. Extensions are given by Tableau or some other third-party source, if you see here. So these are the extensions we have, and some of the extensions are paid. So if you see here, we will just go to the extensions gallery from Tableau. Some of the extensions are completely free, but some of the extensions are paid, and we have different kinds of extensions. So this is a Tableau gallery, and this is where the extensions are actually coming up from. And we will talk more about extensions in the coming sessions, because extensions will be covering more detailed versions in the Tableau, and we will definitely speak about the extensions and understand what extensions are. This is like just navigate button or the download button. These are the extra options to do something from your dashboard. And the web page is it's just like inbuilt URL, like you're embedding some URL inside your dashboard. Let's take an example of like you're right now on your dashboard, And you also want to show some Wikipedia page related to the content you have. So let's say you're working on COVID-19 data and you wanted to, embed some URL to the wiki page. So what is COVID-19? I wanted to show that. And inside my dashboard, then I just embed the URL in here, and if I click on it, it will directly go to the wiki page. So this is the button we have for web page. So we discussed about tiled and floating, right? The show dashboard title, it will just show the dashboard name. We just named it as a sales dashboard, and this one is coming as sales dashboard. You can uncheck that. Okay. Apart from Tableau dashboard, we just saw whatever we have inside the dashboard. We have one more tab over here for layout. So for the floating options, these floating options will pop up, and otherwise it will go gray because we don't have anything for the fixed options, right? So floating options, this check mark will come up, and this is floating, and you can actually change the positions of X, Y, width and height. With height is basically length and width, and X and Y options like X axis and Y axis. And if you want to change your X axis to something else, like let's just say 100, if you click on that, the 100 mark on the X axis is coming up here. So it moved completely into this space, and whenever you were working with the floating options, you can possibly work on the X and Y axis to move from one particular space to the other space, and align all your sheets to one that particular X axis maybe. And that's where you can use this X and Y axis. It is like same like width and height is same like dashboard. You can give some width and height to this sheet, or this button, or any other whatever you have on the dashboard. Borders, or you will give some borders to the sheet. Let's say I'm just selecting this border. Tableau will automatically border that sheet because I just clicked on the sheet and created the border. It only created border to that sheet. Okay, right now everything map is coming up in one border. So I clicked on that sheet and just created a border. So what if I wanted to create the entire border for my horizontal container? I have to select my container from this drop down box and just select on the container, and I will give my border. I just selected gray. So this entire container, so this containers these are also useful in this scenario if you want to use the border for your entire container and you wanted to show all the two sheets in one single space. You can actually border it like this. So this is how you border things, and we have some space between this and this. So we just place some blank box over there. And if you want to show some background also, you can actually select some background colors and you can show this background. You can actually put some background for your entire dashboard. You can select all the sheets you have to go to the particular sheet and select a background to actually come up with that particular color. So this is coming up like this, and let's right click on the sheet. We'll just go to the format, go to the color, click on worksheet. So this is how you color your entire sheet. Okay, this is coming from Mapbox. Okay, this is coming from Mapbox, and let's say I want to select the sheet and I wanted to color the sheet like this. So I can actually do this for the whole sheet. This is one of the formatting we have. Let's also discuss about formatting after this layout. And I just don't want to create over blue over here. I'll just say none, and I'll also say none over here. So this is coming from format, select the worksheet, go to none. Right now what we're saying is I only colored my gap between these two. And we have something called padding in this scenario. This one, if you see here, if you click on the box, my entire box is not completely filled. If you see here, it's like there is one small line coming up on this entire space. That is the padding. So why that small line is coming up? Because I have it at 4 value over here. That means it is measuring to that 4 and giving that as a space, that 4 centimeters or something. If you just go to 0, that's the space will be gone and your entire box will be filled up. This is inner padding and outer padding. Inner is inside, outer is outside padding, and both will work might work the same in some scenarios, and you can give any number to select the space bar. So hierarchy over here, whatever you're seeing is like it shows the sales dashboard, and we have some object over here, download object. If you click on that, it will highlight whatever sheet it is. Tile version is the container we are having. So these are all the containers which are used on our dashboard. If you just face any issues on the containers, you can actually go here and click on remove container. So these are the extra containers for me. Whenever you drag some sheet, Tableau will form some containers as a default. You can actually go here and just remove them. So the horizontal container I have is this one. It will show it like it will pop up with the blue color, and it is saying that you have 2 sheets inside the horizontal container. So what is my tile container? Tile container is the entire dashboard container you have, and if you click on the drop down, what are inside your containers by just clicking on that arrow mark. So this is the hierarchy, because it will actually show the hierarchy kind of versions. It will show all the tiled horizontal containers you have on the dashboard and what are the sheets that are containing inside that dashboard. If you see here, there's also blank, and it will also show the blank sheet over here. And if you're working on some case like if you are not looking up some sheets, you can actually find here. And this is all about layout. So the main thing whenever you're presenting the dashboard at the end of your creation, and because you just came up with the requirement, you just went with the blueprint, you placed all your sheets on your dashboard, and at the end, how are you going to present it to the final user? So let's say I need some title to my dashboard. I will show dashboard title. So this is all like white, and I wanted to show some color over there. So what I'll do is I'll just right click format, click on some color. Okay, this is actually the entire dashboard. Undo it. Layout, background from blue or like whatever color you want. I just went with the gray, and this is how it looked like. And if you see the white line at the end, I will be saying 0 in my padding. It will pick up that white line coming after the box. If you see here, the floating actually moved up. We have to fix the floating parts whenever we are actually working with the formatting. We have to paste it in the right area. Whenever there is a space available, you have to place it there. So I just gave a text title and I just filled it with some color, and now I want to display in bold. So this is coming as a sheet name because it picked up from the sales dashboard. You can rename it to anything you want. You have font size available over here in this drop down. You can select anything like Tableau medium, and I wanted to show it a little bit bigger, maybe bold and black, and in the middle you just we just added a title, we just added a color, we changed the format, and we changed it to bold, and we changed it to dead black, and this is how the title should look like, something like that, because I just wanted to show it like that. And so the next thing I'll be doing is I'll just clean up the formatting which I have on the dashboard. So I don't want to show my lines over here. For that, I will just right click on that particular sheet. That sheet will be selected. And if you just want to check out whenever a sheet is selected, you just see the border one. That means the sheet got selected. I'm clicking on format. So these are the formatting options that are available to that particular sheet. We have a font, we have alignment, we have shading, we have borders, and we have lines. And if you are going with a particular field in that particular sheet, you can go with the fields also. It will show whatever fields are available in that particular sheet. So right now what I want to do is I don't want to show my lines over here. So in the lines, in the last one, I'm just going to check the grid lines. These are called the grid lines. So columns is coming up and I will say none. So you will only see a white content over here and the actual lines will be showing up a little good. And these are the lines you have whenever you have different visualizations, and different lines will pop up according to the axis, and you can actually get rid of them from here. You just have to right click and go click the lines, and this one you can select everything to none. So whatever lines you have over here will be disappeared. And if I say I don't want to see the zero lines, so my visualization will not have them. So I just don't want to see them axis tick marks or axis rulers. If you see here, there is a lane previously that just got disappeared. This axis ruler, that's a line that's a line coming over here. This is the completely related to lines we have. And we also have borders. Borders are, if you like go back and check the borders over here, we just made some border for our map, right? Okay. If you see here, even without border, it is actually showing some border over there, right? And I just want to keep that border. I'll go to this border and I'll click on none for everything. So I'll just go to the row divider, click on none. And if you just observe here, the borders will be disappearing whenever you're clicking on here. So there's one border which already got disappeared, and if you uncheck it, see, so your map will not have a border right now. These are called border lines. If you just go here, if you click on this, you'll get to borders, and this will come as a default when you're creating some sheets. And if you don't want to show the borders, you just have to come here, click on none over here. You have sheet, rows, columns, etc. You can actually go to the entire sheet and click on none on everything. And we have one more thing called shading. So you have to select one particular sheet, let's say this sheet, and you want to give some color, say worksheet. So the entire worksheet I want to give some blue. So this one will be showing as blue, everything is blue. And I can go with a pane or a header, or let's say, so pane is basically this area in the middle part, and the header is basically this area and this area. So right now we do not have option for that, but we do have options for like coloring the totals, coloring the grand totals, row banding. So row bandings are mostly useful in the pivot tables. Okay, let's say we have one pivot table over here, and if you right click on it, format. So right now what you're seeing is one white and one gray, right? So what happens when you just uncheck that row banding, how it looks like? Just go with a none. Pane none. Pane is this part, the working area part. And this is like completely coming as white now. And if you also select none for header, this one will also does not show that gray area, whatever you are seeing before. So for the tables like this, row banding or column banding will be useful. If you want to uncheck that, just come here and uncheck them. Alignment is how your pane should align. For text values here, we will also see in this pivot table to understand it better. So if you see here, format, okay, fit width, entire view maybe, okay. So alignment, right click format, and I'm just going with the alignment. So I might have to go to the pane. If you click on it, it will go to the middle like this. So the values what we have in the pane will be coming in the middle. And if you want to go with left or right, you can actually toggle between them, down, middle, and upper in the vertical axis. You can also give the directions to left or right. The wrapping up, you have automatic on and off also to actually wrap up your content inside your table. So basically the default version is selected as automatic, and you can actually change it to whatever you want. So, and you can also change it according to your pane. The default is like you can actually change for totals, or you can actually go with the grand totals, etc. The same thing we have it for a font. you want to select a different font or a different size, bold, italic or underscore, you can actually do the same thing for your entire worksheet, or just go with the pane header or something like that. So if you don't want to do that, you just have to go with the header if you just want to change the header only. So if you want to show it a little bigger, you can actually select the font size. If you see here, the pane actually values actually went up high. And if you go with header, and if I click on some font, if you see here, this one actually coming up in a bigger value. So this is how you do formatting whenever you wanted to show some formatting issues on the sheet. So it is completely totally depending on whatever view you have. Whenever we are only seeing bars over here, the formatting, the text part, so the other parts won't be necessary, right? So if you're like showing a pivot table, that can be a necessary option. So whenever you're presenting the data, just wherever it is possible, if it is not, it's already present over here, like people already has the content coming up here, just hide your labels. And if you do not want to show the axis, because all the numbers will be showing up on the bars, you don't have to show the axis. You just click on right click and click on show header, it will go up. So this one will give you more spaces to your sheet, and put this into the entire view. And if it is still constrained, and if it is still not occupying your entire space, you can actually go with the right click, and you can go with the options like this is the axis part will be gone like this. This is one kind of formatting option we have. And we also have an option to copy one formatting from one page and paste it to the other page. Just click on the sheet you want to copy the formatting from, go to format, just say copy formatting, click on copy formatting, and go to the other sheet you wanted to show the exactly same formatting, and say paste formatting. So that one is actually copying whatever the formatting it has for the background color, it is pasted here. This is how we copy formatting from one sheet to the other sheet. And whatever the formats we talked about will be also coming from the format tab. If you click on one sheet, otherwise it will be grown, you have to click on one sheet, and this is only related to the one particular sheet whatever you selected. So that's why they only pop up whenever you select the sheet whatever you're working on. You have font, alignment, shading, borders, lines, etc. It is actually same thing whatever you see over here. It is just the other way to go to the formatting options. This is like other way. Almost like everything in Tableau has one or two ways to do one particular job, and this is one more option to do some formatting options over here. And whenever you have let's say legends with different colors, always pick some space to display them. Okay, like what if we have some color on the sheet? Let's not say only sheet, like let's say we have some color on the sheet. I'm just placing category on my color. This is actually displayed according to the category, right? So I also wanted to see what color is what. You can actually click on the small arrow and bring up the legends over here. By default, these are placed at the end of the sheet, and this is these are fixed type. Click on floating, like you can go with that small arrow and click on floating, and this will be floating on the sheet, and you can place it anywhere on the sheet. And I will just place it over the sheet over here because I'm just going to tell what color is what. So what happened, I just adjusted it to small box, right? Like I just called a scroll bar and I do not want it. So for that, I'll just click on this arrow and say, okay, I'm just removing the container because I wanted to see the options of that legend. Clicking on that options over there, arrange items, single row. Okay. So I have space right here, like I can actually show all the values in this space because my view is actually sorted in that way. I have space over here. And this one will tell you what color is what. Placing the legends, let's say the color legends, like it has some color inside my marks card is absolutely necessary. because people will not understand what color is what. They're actually telling them, like we are telling them what color is what. Like this is like blue is furniture, red is technology. Inside technology we have these subcategories available. We have placed category on the color, right? So that way it's actually coloring according to the category. This is how you place the legends on the dashboard. You can go with the floating option, and you have in this and if you just get this small like all the options available, you have some filters option available. You can add them to the dashboard, and you can actually add some filters like this, dragging the category onto the dashboard. And this filter is applicable to only that particular sheet because we just took this filter option from the sheet. But you can also remove container. We can also apply this filter to all the sheets available just by just selecting this option on dashboard. Click on all on dashboard. So right now the filter will be applicable to all the sheets, but you just have to go to that arrow, apply to the worksheets, and click on selected worksheets and click on all on dashboard. That will apply the filter to all the dashboards whatever you have on the filter. So this is how you keep some filters on the dashboard. You can keep multiple filters on the dashboard, and you can actually bring up the filters from this. So we will talk about filter options also whenever we are going to the dashboards. How are we going to keep different filters on the dashboard? So this is like a basic process of the filtering onto the dashboard and giving the access to all the sheets, and by clicking on the all the sheets and from directly from the filter. So this is all about the formatting part. We discussed about what layouts we have, what background colors, like we discussed about the grid lines, how to remove the grid lines, how to color our sheets, and how to color our text boxes. And we talked about objects and how to change the font size, to change the font to different fonts. Like we do have different options like colors in fonts also, and we can go with different fonts available. So this is how you do formatting whenever you're going to present your dashboard to the final users.